Hi, my name is Christine. I am a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I have a little business called Stamp and Chill. And today I want to take you through making an acetate scrap card. So I have cut, you probably can't see it very well. This is just a shade bigger than 3 by 3. It is one of our window sheets, so it's just acetate. And I've got some scrap paper here from the Retiring Dandelion Garden Designer Series paper. So the first thing you want to do is put your paper onto your acetate sheet. I do not recommend that you use liquid glue for this because I think it will smudge and not necessarily dry. So I'm using Terran tape, which is a double-sided tape. You could also use the snail type tape. Just you want dry adhesive so that you don't end up with a whole lot of liquid glue not drying or taking a really long time to dry. So I'm just starting off, I'm lining up my first piece at the bottom. And now you can see that this is stuck on. So I'm not going to do them all, you get the idea. So I'll set these aside and pull out the one I've already done. So what I did after I glued all those strips down is I reached for my Stitch Shapes dies. That's these guys. They are also retiring on May 3rd, which makes me very sad. So I used the largest one, largest square here. You could do it with any shape. There's the ovals, there's the circles. It would look really cool. So I'm just pulling this up a little closer. You can see that it looks like these strips of paper are just kind of floating, but they're actually on the acetate. And I have also started gluing my little words that I've made. I've used the what's it called? The well-written dies, which are retiring, and that makes me super sad because I really love these dies. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to poke the word out of the die here. This is my U. And I've already done some of it because I didn't think you wanted to be here for too long. So yeah, this is a really fun kind of idea for a card that I saw online. And I'll have to look up the name and put it in the comments of the person who I first saw it from. But I love these dies because you can use them to make any sentiment you want. Now, the other thing I did is I put sticker sheets behind my paper before I embossed it, die cut it, sorry. Which is why this is a bit more of a sticker, really. And it makes it a lot easier to glue. You don't have to worry about fussing with liquid glue or it getting on anything. You just peel off the back and stick it down. So that is our sentiment, is misuse. So there's no actual stamping here. All right, let me just get rid of that. Just gonna put this aside. Now we need a card base. So I have decided to use the Retiring Dandy Garden Memories and More card bases and envelopes to do this card. These card bases are phenomenal, and if I'm not mistaken, they are on discount right now as part of the last chance sale. So they're really pretty. As you can see, they've got dandelions on them in the pretty bumblebee color. This is the coordinating envelope. Isn't that pretty? So I'm just using that as a simple card base, and they are quite large, these cards. They're just over 4 by 6, so if you're mailing photos to anyone, they're perfect for that too. So I want to pop this up so that it looks like it's floating. So I'm going to use my dimensionals to do that. So when you're cutting your strips of paper to go onto your acetate, make sure you leave a few. You kind of want them different sizes so that it's kind of more interesting. But leave a few that are at least ½ an inch wide so that you can put your dimensionals on and hide them so that they're not poking through. So this is quite a rigid piece because it's acetate, so I'm not going to worry about putting a ton of them on. 5 will do it. So I'm just gonna position that on the card. And I'm just gonna lift this up so you can kind of see a bit. So it's floating off the card, and it looks like the strips are kind of floating on their own because you don't really see the acetate. So I just wanted to add a couple more embellishments to it because I can. So as part of the Word Wishes dies, there's this cute little butterfly. And down here. And these little flowers. There's also a really cool vine design. I'll pull them out in a minute and show you that you can use too. But I wanted to keep this card relatively simple, and you can see how easy it is to peel off these stickers. I'm just using the edge of my nail, but you could use the Take Your Pick tool as well if you have very short nails, for instance, because these are tiny. And where shall we put our last one? All right, and just to finish this off, finish dressing it up, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool again, but I'm going to use this kind of sticky end. It's basically putty, and I'm just sticking that down so I can grab my embellishments. So I want to put, just allows you to pick up your embellishments nice and easily and put them where you want them. Whoop. I spoke too soon. This one's now stuck in. There we go. And the putty lasts a fair bit of time, but you just, when it does get that it's not really picking up anymore, you just tighten up this bit here and more comes out. And then you can also replace that end with the putty in it. And I'll just put a couple loose ones up here too. There we go. So it's a very quick version thanks to the power of video, but I wanted to show you this really cool kind of floating effect. I'm going to post some photos as well on my Facebook page. So if you're interested, please check out the Stampin' Chill Facebook page. And there'll be a link as well to so that you can purchase these products if you are interested in them. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.